When Michael's Supra arrived fresh from Japan, complete with rare Abflug body kit and suspension, he got a bit of a surprise. He knew the twin turbos had been replaced by a single Garrett T04R, but he wasn't expecting the car to be quite as heavily modified. We first spotted this Supra on the dyno at Brisbane Auto Salon and asked Michael how difficult it had been to register and comply.
We had to unmodify it to get it in so it could be complied, but they had to remodify it and get everything done. So it was a lucky buy.
What did it cost?
I can't say. We were 302 kilowatts before, but I think we're limited by the boost at the moment of the turbo, so I'm not sure what's in the engine yet, so I don't want to go too far with it.
What's in the engine turned out to be a collection of Jun parts, including oversized pistons, forged conrods and forged crankshaft.
I think it's just a bit too hot. We upped the boost a little bit. On the gauge we went up to 1.4, but apparently that's 1.6. It's just, I think, like you said, it needs a bigger turbo if you're going to do that. But for the track and for the road, it's probably best set up like this, so I'm pretty happy.
You'd be happy too if the car you just bought for a bargain price turned up with all this gear. This is a thoroughly modified Supra, inside and out. But what to compare it to? How about another single turbo Supra? This one's owned by Nick from the Rigoli workshop and also arrived from Japan heavily modified. Running a large Garrett turbo, plus a similar fuel injector setup, Veilside body kit with interior upgrades, gauges everywhere and an overload of ECU altering electronics, it was another good buy.
I bought it probably about 4 months ago. Yeah.
Had much done to it since then?
Not much, just a little bit of tuning and just clutch and stuff like that, yeah.
So, and you've never raced it before?
Never, no. So, cross my fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's running a bigger turbo than mine, so it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. I'm running about 1.1 bar. I can go to 1.4, but I don't want to sort of overdo anything today, so we'll see how we go.
It was the perfect matchup. After an even start, the yellow car just seems to pull away.
How was it?
Yeah, that was good. I got off to a good start, but I don't know what happened. The drag was over before I knew what was going on. I suppose it's like sex, eh?
So Dominic Rigoli jumped in to see if he could do better. Look at those start line revs. The black car launches better but bogs down badly. Michael jumps ahead and stays there to take the win. And if you don't think that looks like hard work, have a look at it from Dominic's point of view. But Dom had a few suspicions on what the problem was.
At the moment it's running staged injectors and I think that they're turning on too early, or you can probably see at the back a lot of black smoke. It didn't really get moving until third, so I'd say it's fueling up in the lower gears. We're waiting for an aftermarket computer, a Microtech for it.
Not that it stopped him from doing this. Not wanting to be outdone, Michael had a go too. Finishing just in time to find Brian waiting patiently with his Bluebird. So what else could he do but take him on? Although slower off the line, the Supra winds up and hunts down the Bluebird, giving Brian his first defeat. Meanwhile, Dean's been having a quiet chat with Dominic's girlfriend, Samantha.
So you can put my car in the race? Your car, what, the Supra?
No, not the Supra.
The RX-7?
No, not the RX-7. The Corolla.
That Corolla?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
All right.
You ready for? Let's go.
Okay, yeah.
Who's going to say no to a girl? But Dominic was a little concerned.
The clutch, but just let the revs drop and put it in.
Okay, take off slowly, all right?
With a slight head start, Samantha's Corolla hooks up in first and second gears. Dom's driving style may have helped, but Michael was avoiding any risk.
I basically had a beautiful start, and then just saw this little green thing drifting over towards me just as I was getting to second gear, so I backed off a bit, but then she straightened up and then I floored it and went past.
You see me all over the place? I thought I was going to take that Supra out. I thought, oh, God.
In fact, the Corolla has the